Deep within the Amazon, where ancient legends come alive and the canopy is so thick, it blocks out the sun, lies an uncharted territory known only as the Silent Forest. This place is shrouded in mystery, a realm untouched by modern eyes where time seems to stand still. Now imagine this. You're alone in this untamed wilderness, surrounded by towering trees that seem to pierce the very heavens. The air is thick with humidity and the cacophony of unseen creatures. Every rustle, every snap sends shivers down your spine. Suddenly, a twig snaps nearby. Your heart pounds. Could it be a curious animal or something more sinister? And then you hear it. A low, guttural growl that seems to emanate from the depths of the forest itself. Well, that's exactly what happened to a man named Torres, a man who dared to venture into the Silent Forest. As the days passed, hope began to dwindle. 6 days later, when search teams finally found his camp, they discovered something that left even seasoned rescuers speechless. Before we continue, make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Also, turn on notifications and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Now let's get started. Deep within the northern region of the Amazon rainforest lies an area known as the Whisper of Legends. Here, amidst the tangled web of ancient trees and myths, lies a place where even the jungle itself seems to hold its breath. It is here, where the Whisper of Legends meets the uncharted Silent Forest, that Torres decided to pitch his tent. Liam was no ordinary man. He was a seeker of the unknown, a man who found solace in the solitude of untouched nature. For years he'd roamed the world's wilderness, capturing the essence of remote landscapes in his photographs. But the Amazon was different. Its raw, untamed beauty called to him like a siren song, drawing him deeper into its emerald embrace. However, Liam wasn't alone in his fascination. There were others who had dared to venture into these parts, explorers and scientists eager to uncover the secrets hidden within the rainforest. Yet their footsteps had been swallowed by the relentless green, their discoveries lost to the annals of time. As Liam prepared for his journey, he knew he was about to step into a realm where the rules of civilization no longer applied. The Whisper of Legends spoke of ancient tribes whose very existence was intertwined with the forest. Their whispers echoed through the centuries, carried on the backs of butterflies and the wings of hummingbirds. But the closer Liam got, the more he realized that the jungle had a life of its own. The air grew heavy with humidity, and the cacophony of sounds, from the chorus of cicadas to the distant roar of unseen creatures. Every leaf, every vine, seemed to be a silent observer, witnessing his every move. Days turned into nights, and the jungle's embrace tightened its hold. The Whisper of Legends had warned of dangers lurking in the shadows, predators that stalked the night and spirits that roamed the ancient trees. Fear, like a serpent, coiled in his stomach, ready to strike. Liam pressed on, driven by an insatiable thirst for discovery. But as the jungle's grip intensified, he began to question his journey. Was he merely seeking the thrill of the unknown, or was he truly on the brink of uncovering something profound? Then, as if in response to his thoughts, the trees seemed to stir. The silence was broken by a rustling in the undergrowth, followed by the eerie crack of a twig. His heart pounded against his ribs as he strained to listen. The sound of approaching footsteps. But footsteps. How could there be footsteps in such dense undergrowth? Suddenly, the tranquility of the jungle was shattered. A guttural growl echoed through the trees, sending shivers down Liam's spine. The growl seemed to materialize from the very essence of the forest itself, primal and menacing. In that moment, the growl seemed to mock his presence, reminding him of his insignificance in the face of nature's raw power. As darkness enveloped the jungle, the cacophony of nocturnal creatures filled the air. From the haunting hoot of an owl to the incessant buzz of insects, the symphony of the night played on, each note contributing to an eerie melody. In the solitude of his tent, Liam's mind raced. Was the growl a figment of his imagination or a warning from the heart of the forest? The thought of an unseen predator prowling just beyond the tent sent chills down his spine. The growl, now a haunting echo in his memory, served as a constant reminder of the dangers that lurked in the darkness. The following morning, As the first rays of sunlight pierced the canopy, Liam emerged from his tent, shaken but resolute. The unsettling growl still echoed in his ears, casting a shadow over his determination. Yet he pushed on, driven by a mix of fear and fascination. As he ventured deeper into the emerald labyrinth, the whisper of legends seemed to intensify. Each step brought him closer to the heart of the silent forest, a place where the boundaries between reality and myth blurred. The forest grew denser, the trees closing ranks as if guarding a secret. The air hung heavy, saturated with the scent of decay and the promise of life. In this world of contrasts, Liam felt like an intruder, his presence a disturbance in the forest's ancient order. Then, as if summoned by his intrusion, the growl rumbled once again. It seemed to rise from the very core of the earth, shaking the very foundations of the forest. Fear threatened to consume him, but Liam stood his ground, his determination hardening in the face of adversity. As the growl faded into the dense foliage, Liam pressed on. The growl had become a haunting refrain, a constant reminder of the unseen forces that governed this primeval realm. Each step was a testament to his courage, his will to uncover the truth behind the whisper of legends. When Liam set out on his expedition into the whisper of legends, he was fully equipped for the challenges that lay ahead. But as the days turned into nights, his supplies dwindled, forcing him to confront not only the external threats but also the limitations of his own endurance. Food and water, essential commodities in any journey, became precious resources in the heart of the whisper of legends. With each passing day, Liam rationed his supplies, carefully calculating each intake to ensure it would sustain him through the ordeal. The scarcity of these resources mirrored the harsh realities of survival in the unforgiving wilderness. His camera, once a tool of exploration, became a burden, the weight of each click echoing the dwindling ounces of battery life remaining. With each click, he was burning away precious energy that might be needed for an unforeseen situation. The silence of the forest was no longer peaceful. It was a deafening reminder of his isolation. And as the whisper of legends intensified, the line between reality and myth blurred. Sleep offered little respite. The night sounds, from the rustling leaves to the distant roars, transformed into menacing presences that haunted his dreams. Restless and weary, Liam found himself trapped in a cycle of exhaustion and anxiety. Determined to push forward, he battled not only the elements but also the toll on his own resolve. As the journey continued, the challenges mounted, testing both his physical and mental fortitude. The whisper of legends had become more than just a guide. It was a formidable adversary determined to test his limits. Yet through it all, Liam pressed on. The growl, now a constant companion, served as a grim reminder of the dangers that lurked around every bend. Fear was a constant presence, whispering doubts in his ear. But Liam held firm, his determination a flickering flame in the gathering darkness. Upon reaching the silent forest, Liam's spirit remained unbroken. Despite the hardships endured, he ventured forth, eager to unravel the secrets that lay hidden within. However, as he delved deeper into the silent forest, the whisper of legends took on a sinister tone. Liam soon realized that the forest had a will of its own. The trees, ancient and gnarled, seemed to form a labyrinth designed to test his resilience. The path ahead was fraught with peril. The growl, once a distant rumble, now reverberated through the silent forest, shaking the very core of Liam's being. Each step he took seemed to disturb the forest's ancient slumber, awakening forces that had lain dormant for centuries. Hope, once a guiding light, began to flicker in the face of these relentless challenges. Yet Liam pressed on, driven by an insatiable thirst for discovery. As the whisper of legends reached its crescendo, Liam found himself on the brink of despair. The forest had become a formidable adversary, its silence deafening, its shadows menacing. The growl echoed through the silent forest, taunting him, testing his resolve. Struggling against the elements, Liam fought not only for his physical survival, but also for his sanity. The line between reality and the whispers of his own mind blurred. The forest had become a battleground, a test of human endurance against the raw power of nature. Then, as if in answer to his struggles, the growl shifted, taking on a new tone. The forest, once an antagonist, now seemed to be shifting, changing, revealing secrets long held close. Hope rekindled. Liam pressed on, venturing deeper into the heart of the silent forest. And there, amidst the ancient trees and the whispers of the past, the forest unveiled its most profound mystery. When the search party finally reached Liam's camp deep within the whisper of legends, what they found was both perplexing and unsettling. The scene suggested a struggle, a desperate attempt to escape the clutches of the forest itself. The tent lay in disarray, as if violently disturbed, its poles askew and the fabric torn. Around the tent, signs of a frantic struggle were evident, footprints imprinted in the soft earth, disturbed vegetation and broken branches. It was as if Liam had fought tooth and nail to break free from whatever had ensnared him. But what had caused such turmoil? What unseen force had driven Liam to such desperation? The searchers exchanged uneasy glances, their faces etched with concern. The whisper of legends had spoken of disturbances in the forest, but never of such intensity. Amidst the chaos, they found Liam's camera lying on the ground, its lens shattered, as if deliberately crushed. The camera, once a window to the world, was now a lifeless shell, its ability to capture the beauty of the forest silenced forever. Deeper in the silent forest, the whisper of legends intensified, the trees seeming to close ranks, forming a silent audience to the unfolding drama. The searchers pressed on, their determination fueled by the urgency of their mission. Time was of the essence. Every moment that passed without finding Liam was another agonizing tick on the clock. Amongst the disarray of the camp, something else caught their attention. Etched into the rough bark of a tree was a message, a plea for help, a warning. Scratched with a fingernail, the message read, "Don't stay after nightfall." It was a cryptic warning, a glimpse into the mindset of a man fighting not only for his survival, but his very sanity. With renewed determination, the searchers pushed forward, the growl now a constant, ominous presence in their midst. The growl rumbled through the silent forest, a primal echo that seemed to shake the very foundations of the earth. It was a sound that transcended mere animalistic instinct, resonating with an intelligence that both intrigued and terrified the searchers. In that moment, the growl morphed into a challenge, a confrontation between the indomitable spirit of the forest and the human will to explore. As the searchers journeyed deeper into the heart of the silent forest, they encountered a sight that made their hearts skip a beat. There, nestled amidst the tangle of roots and vines, was a small wooden figure. The figure, crude yet detailed, had an eerie familiarity, as if it were a silent guardian of the forest's secrets. Its presence, unexpected yet significant, seemed to offer a connection to the very essence of the silent forest itself. The searchers felt a chill run down their spines. Could this be the key to unraveling the mystery that had ensnared Liam? The idol seemed to beckon, silently urging them deeper into the forest's embrace. As the searchers closed in on Liam's last known location, the growl reached a crescendo, vibrating through their bones and echoing in their very souls. It was a sound that demanded respect, a testament to the raw power that lay dormant within the silent forest. In that moment, the growl ceased. An eerie silence descended upon the silent forest, amplifying the pounding of their own hearts. It was a silence that spoke volumes, hinting at the secrets that the forest held close. As they ventured forth, their senses heightened, every rustle, every snap echoing the uncertainty that lay ahead. The path was fraught with peril, and they knew that with each step, they were treading into the unknown. The silent forest, once a realm of whispers, now stood before them in its full glory and mystery. The trees, ancient and stoic, formed a cathedral of green, their branches intertwined in a tapestry of leaves. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying vegetation, a testament to the relentless cycle of life and death that played out in this primeval realm. In the heart of this verdant maze, the searchers felt like intruders, their presence a mere footnote in the forest's eternal narrative. As they moved deeper into the silent forest, the growling seemed to fade into the background, replaced by an oppressive silence. It was a silence that pressed against their ears, amplifying the beating of their hearts. And then, as if emerging from the very heart of the silent forest, they saw it. A clearing bathed in an ethereal light, the trees parting to reveal a spectacle that left them awestruck. In the center of the clearing stood Liam's tent, its white canvas stark against the emerald backdrop. Near the tent lay a pile of belongings, each item telling a silent tale of Liam's desperate struggle. The sight of Liam's abandoned gear was a sobering reminder of the challenges he had faced. The silent forest had tested him at every turn, forcing him to abandon all but the essentials. As they approached the tent, their steps faltered. The silence was heavy, pregnant with the unspoken stories of the forest. Each step brought them closer to the heart of the mystery, and with it, the potential for danger. The forest, once a source of wonder, now seemed to hold its breath, its secrets on the verge of being unveiled. Upon entering the clearing, what the searchers found was both heartbreaking and perplexing. Liam was nowhere to be seen. His disappearance added another layer to the enigma that had ensnared him in the depths of the silent forest. The tent lay undisturbed, suggesting that he had vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but questions. As the searchers combed through the clearing, their eyes scanning every inch of the ground, they noticed subtle signs of a struggle: a misplaced rock, a bent twig, a footprint that seemed out of place. These were the silent witnesses to a struggle that had unfolded in the heart of the silent forest. The absence of Liam's body was a haunting reminder of the forest's unforgiving nature. Had he been taken by some unseen force? Was he lost forever within the labyrinthine depths of the silent forest? As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the clearing, the searchers felt a sense of urgency. Time was slipping away, and with it, their chances of finding Liam. The forest, once a place of discovery, now loomed over them like a menacing giant, its secrets close guarded. In the fading light, they found something that made their blood run cold. Carved into the trunk of a nearby tree was a series of markings. They were intricate, almost otherworldly, as if etched by a hand that defied human understanding. These markings were not just random patterns, they were a language, a cryptic message from the forest itself. The discovery sent a shiver down their spines, blurring the line between the natural and the supernatural. As darkness,